రంగారెడ్డి జిల్లా కడ్తాల్లోని కైలాసపురి మహేశ్వర మహాపిరమిడ్లో అద్భుతంగా జరుగుతున్న పత్రిజీ ధ్యాన మహాయాగంలో పత్రిజీ కూతురు పరిణిత పత్రి సందేశాలు ధ్యానులకు మంచి జ్ఞానాన్ని అందిస్తున్నాయి. పత్రిజీ ధ్యాన మహాయాగంలో 6వ రోజు డిసెంబర్ 26న నిర్వహించిన ట్రూత్ ఫర్ యూత్ కార్యక్రమంలో పీఎంసీ మేనేజింగ్ డైరెక్టర్ ఆనంద్, అమెరికా పిరమిడ్ మాస్టర్ శీతల్ పాల్గొని సందేశాలు ఇచ్చారు. కెనడా పిరమిడ్ మాస్టర్ ఐశ్వర్య, పీఎంసీ మేనేజింగ్ డైరెక్టర్ ఆనంద్ సతీమణి పూనంలు తమ ధ్యాన అనుభవాలను తెలియజేశారు.
I welcome you all to the most awaited panel discussion, Path to Purpose, where we'll be discussing about the concerning issues that today's youth are facing currently, be it relationships, be it friendships, be it constant consumption of different kind of things. So let's start without getting any delay. So my first issue is, on a constant basis, we are consuming a lot of content, because of which there is information overload. This makes us feel lost, hopeless sometimes, because each influencer is telling something else, and we are constantly seeing all the influencers and then trying to decide which one will suit me. So yeah, how do we find balance in finding, peace, at the same time choosing our career and maintain the mental balance?
Welcome everyone. Content creation, no matter what you do, you will be consuming content. Content is even the conversations we have, the people we meet in school, in our colleges, in our workplaces, at home, the kind of conversations we have. That is one type of content we consume. The other type of content is what we do through social, which is a virtual content, where we are not directly conversing with another individual. So we really don't know what is the real truth behind what is being shared. And that is what and why we really need to be very aware of what we are consuming. Everyone knows that it's important to be conscious. Yes, you should consume, you should watch, follow only those people, because that's a part of your feed. Your home feed, your Instagram feed or Facebook feed is filled with things that you believe, consume, and you choose to every time try to reiterate. So maybe you believe in veganism, maybe you believe in having a beautiful face, maybe you have a thing about a fit body. You have it or don't have is the next question. But you choose to surround yourself with things that you believe in. And that is what content is, and the type of content we consume. But the most important part is what we're consuming is very, very important. Why we're consuming, and when we are consuming, and how we are consuming. All the four is very, very, very important. What we're consuming is very, very important. Yes, it should be conscious. We should definitely check randomly when we follow people. And now you go back to the follow feed and you see how many people have I followed. And because we are now into meditation, we are into spirituality, we have to be very aware of what we are surrounding ourselves, what are the kind of things we are reiterating. Am I good enough? If we are trying to follow those people who are not being true to themselves, maybe they're trying to just show things that's not really true, and telling you those truth that's not really true. And also when you're consuming, a lot of time the content we consume is when we wake up in the morning, we're suddenly like, okay, what's happening in the feed? So that's like a dose of hormones that we are essentially, or glands that we are essentially secreting, that we are not really sure of what we are really consuming, and we are just on an auto mode, and that is very, very, very dangerous. How we are consuming it, which type of mediums we choose. Are we Netflix and chill? Are we Amazon Prime and chill? Or are we just on our phones all the time? So definitely, because we're into spirituality, we are trying to live a more conscious life. Maybe we're just trying, maybe the food we eat, the kind of content we consume. But the point is, what we are trying to do and what I'm doing, we are not bragging about it. We're being very real of what we really do. I like cat memes. I like dog memes. I accept. Who all accept that, yeah. Yes, I like cat memes and dog memes. It interests me. It gives me a lot of joy. But how much of the time I spend in cat memes and dog memes is the name of the game.
True.
And Am I looking for a universe where, you know, there is only happiness and I live in this dystopian world? No. I know I'm living in my normal life, but I like that small moments of happiness. And that's what even Patriji spoke about in his principles, that have your enjoyment. It's not that spirituality is on some boring game, but yeah, it's about being more conscious. Every single moment, what we think, speak and act. Manasa and Vacha and Karmana. That is what I'm working on myself every single moment. Speaking only what I really believe and consuming only that which we believe. Yeah.
True.
I would like to add something to this. Actually, this content, like whatever we have chance to look at and consume, is something we can use to grow more. Because let me give an example. See, I like mandalas so much. But when I started painting mandalas, I become really very linear in a way that I do a similar kind of stuff. One day I came through something called dot mandalas. I'm just giving an example. It can be for any art or anything they choose. But then in just 1 hour, I have a scope to just update my skill level. See, I just gone through a random video. I understood, oh, it's very easy. All you need is a little effort, just understand the logic behind it and then grow. If I have to do this without that content or some way creating it, I think it's impossible to me to learn it as fast as it happened. So what I understood is it's always best. Content being out there is the best. See, now this is even, PSSM has grown a lot. Now there's a lot of content, available there. So you have to choose how to grow. If you know what you want, then I think content is going to help you rather than bringing you down.
I agree, because we need to be mindful while we are consuming any kind of content.
I actually wanted to add to that. See, I mean, before we came into digital age, the kind of conversations we have, like Amulya said, the kind of everything that we consume, that we feed as external to ourselves, to our body, could be food that we eat, the kind of relationships that we have, the conversations that we have. And now we have an extension, which is the digital platforms, like source of what 80% of what we see is how we spend our energy, right? That's why in meditation we close our eyes. So 80% of what we see is what is influencing our mind. I've noticed that somewhere when my food habits are not aligned, which means that I'm not truly in touch with my emotions, or when like some conversation that I've had with someone which I've not completely digested or contemplated on, I end up watching that kind of content. And the algorithm on digital medias actually picks up on these one-offs and builds on it. It's a huge thing. The algorithm is actually a projection of our inner mind. So I don't see, in my personal opinion, I don't see content consumption as a very bad thing, but if someone is stopping and they assess when you start measuring your screen time, and I think we're in a generation of measuring everything, like how tall are you, how fit are you, how liked are you, and all of that. When we actually start to see how much screen time we have and where we're spending most of our time, you yourself will get an opportunity, even those people who are not meditators, they'll get an insight to see, oh, okay, so I tend to watch a lot of like gratification videos about food, or I watch a lot of like meme videos, or like I like watching when like political news and stuff. That gives you a deep insight into yourself. And then you have what we are talking about, the choice. What do I want to do now? We are not a slave to technology. We cannot be a slave to technology because we created technology. We've just forgotten it. So I would urge everyone to kind of reflect. Not even, if you're not a meditator, it doesn't matter. Just reflect and see what are your habits telling you about yourself. What is the stuff that you're watching telling you about yourself? And then, then you have the world to explore, because thanks to the internet and through digital means, we're able to, watch such amazing content. And like Vaishnavi said, we're learning so much through it. So yeah, reflect on your choices. Forget even about your choices, reflect on what you're watching. And you will see the first 10 videos that you regularly watch, you will know what state of mind you're in that period of time of your life. You're watching a lot of breakup videos, how to have good relationships. That means that's an opportunity that you are looking in yourself, that you want to improve on your relationships, which is a great start. So to begin self-reflection, watch your Instagram feed and your YouTube feed and your Twitter feed and see what kind of stuff is being fed to you. And then you'll realize that's what you're feeding yourself. So yeah.
Yes, I was adding to your point. So it reflects what we are. So it is a kind of, suddenly if you want to stop any kind of habit, let's say Instagram reeling or any social media reeling. So let's say if you have a habit of watching so much, memes, so it means that you want fun. But how you are diverting your fun? Rather than putting some unnecessary comments on some people, that's a wrong way. So there you have to be very conscious. If you want fun, yes, there is a right way. So you have to choose in that way. And one more important thing is, today in this digital world, it is availability of information is very easy. If you see the same information 10 years back, if you want to get some, for example, if you want to do some presentation, you have to spend some hours of time. And now you can do it in 10 to 15 minutes. We have ChatGPT, AI. So information availability is enormous. So it's all about how we are managing that information. So how we are putting ourselves, how we are consuming that information, that should be under our control. We should not be, information should not consume us. We should consume information. So in that way, when you are aware, you will know what information should be consumed. Let's say if I am very good at, music or something. So instead of trolling, if you're seeing memes or things, you can divert that habit to your career, to enhance your skill. So what types of musics are there? What types of instruments are there? How people are creating wonderful music out of it. So you will gain knowledge out of that. At the same time, it will be useful for you. So that's why we can use it. So that's how I just wanted to add.
Yeah, so coming to my next issue, the first thing is we have lot of trends going on. You open Instagram, be it cosmetics, be it food, be it any industry, film industry, anything, there's a trend going on. And you are actually influenced to follow that, right? Like young minds who are like 17, 18, 19, 20, they are easily influenced through that, right? Okay, this person is doing this, so I have to wear that kind of sari with that kind of earrings. That is when we'll be addressed, or that is when we are actually given importance. So in this situation, how do we stick to our authentic selves rather than getting influenced by all these kind of trending things?
I just wanted to add. So this is the biggest problem that today every youngster is facing, because this, I could say, this is the highest problem, because it is not like they are not capable of, they are capable of doing things, but somewhere in their journey these kind of things will influence and they will divert their path. And also sometimes when you say, we always compare ourselves with some kind of icons, some kind of film actors, superstars. Okay, he is wearing this kind of shirt, I should also wear that. So in this process, unknowingly, we start losing ourselves. Whether we don't know whether it's make you comfort or it suits you, we just follow that. It's okay to some extent, but it should not lose yourself. So what is happening is, okay, this film star is wearing this shirt, I am wearing this shirt. He is doing this kind of haircut, I will do this kind of haircut. Okay, and if you see ads, most importantly, if you wear Fair and Lovely or some kind of beauty creams, so it enhances your beauty. Otherwise, you are not beautiful. If you wear this kind of clothes, then people respect you. Otherwise, they will not respect you. If you wear some kind of perfumes, you will attract women. So is that true? There is no true at all. So we are unknowingly, that is kind of marketing strategy that today's market is like that, to attract people. But we should be conscious that we are all beyond this physical appearance. Yes, it doesn't mean that you should not follow or you should not use that. You can use that, but you should not become dependent on that. You should not feel that only if those things are there, it will enhance my beauty or it will enhance my confidence. People will come and start you saying, hey, you became so thin, or you became so dark. So much pimples are there on your face. Why can't you do some treatment? When you go to, basically we'll see this when you go to salons. When you go to salon, they'll say, sir, it seems like you became so dark, so much suntans are there, so you need this facial, so please go for it. That kind of strategy they have. So we should not get degraded. When you hear that, you will say, oh, is it really? I became so dark. So you unknowingly, your self-confidence gets reduced. So you have to believe that you are all beyond all these things. Actual beauty comes from the soul. So it's not the appearance that we are showing up, it's the qualities. There are so many role models in our lives. You can see APJ Abdul Kalam. He's more, loved person. Does he follow any kind of trends or any fashion? No. It's all about his quality which made him to love all over the world. So many people follow him. Why? Because it's just the qualities. So when you understand that the quality is that beauty, it's no dependency will be created. So where you will get that quality is only when you know yourself. So through meditation, when you understand that yourself is, you are already a beautiful being, then nothing makes you, nothing will reduce your self-confidence. So every individual, every youth today should understand that first we have to know their own self. So when they meditate, they will know their self, and then all these physical things, appearances will not matter at all. So that's what I just wanted to add.
I think the best thing has already been told by him. The best solution to go over the trends is meditation, to knowing yourself. In my personal journey, actually, I think finding your authentic self that you're talking about is a process of self-discovery. You can't sit one day in meditation and suddenly realize, yeah, this is me. Every soul has its unique essence. Every personality self that the soul inhabits has its own unique quirks. Like, for example, we both are sisters. She has a completely different sense of style, and I have a completely different sense of style. So the way that I speak, or the way that I want to get dressed, or whatever, products, okay, we want to support organic and eco-friendly and stuff, but in general, two people can never be the same. So to discover and kind of identify and say, these are my unique traits, without attaching your ego to it, and saying, oh, that, and when you attach your ego is when that causes dukkha, right? Or when people don't appreciate me. I really like my style, but I think only I dress really well. So then I'm like, okay, I've lost the plot. So the discovery of your true self is a journey. And for youngsters, we are so used to instant gratification. We're so used to getting that reaction from people to validate whether what we're thinking or feeling is right, is the only thing that, now I understand, growing older, what elder people used to tell me, saying, have patience. Like, be patient, guys. Rome was not built in a day. You don't have to become an influencer. What matters is be a good human being. Do those small things every day that make you happy. Even if you don't know who you are and you don't have your life figured out, and maybe you've just come out of a bad relationship, whatever it might be, it's okay. Like, this too shall pass, and you will figure out who you are. And in that way, maybe sometimes you do get lost in the trends, which is fine. It's important to know those things don't define you. What you choose to define about yourself is what makes you you. Because there's nothing fixed. So once we come out of the fixed mindset, say, I'm only like this, then we start to associate, and that's what causes our unhappiness. Yeah.
Just finally, this is one thing that I have done, because I'm one of those people in a profession who actually creates those ads. So I'm pretty much from the marketing field, so I plan these things where I know I want you to feel a certain way, so you buy my product. But one thing, being in the art field, I'm a musician and a dancer, and being in the field, one thing that I would say as an activity that I have started doing is look at myself in the mirror. This is a fun fact. We really don't look at ourselves in the mirror. When I mean look, I mean when you're looking at yourself in the mirror without a perception of yourself, where you just look at your eyes, look at your body, just the way you are. We don't do that. And that is an act of self-love. And that art taught me. By being in the art form, it helped me every single moment when I am creating those kind of advertisements, like I'm mentioning. But the sense of self, it is very, like she said, it's a journey, for sure. Rome is not built in a day. But moments of self-reflection, pockets of stillness in your daily life, which is one of the activities, looking at yourself in the mirror. Just look at yourself in the mirror and say a line like, I love you. 9 out of 10 people can't do it. People can't tell themselves, I love you. They might say it to someone. I'll say it to my husband, or I'll say it to my friend or anyone, my sister. But we don't say it to ourselves. So the one activity we must do, and this is not just because we're sitting on stage and we're talking. No. This is what I do in a day. I look at myself in the mirror and just do nothing. And if I feel like saying, I love you, I accept you just the way you are. And you'll start to realize the kind of friend you become of yourself. I don't need my sister or my mom or my husband to tell me that I'm looking good, or people outside who work. I don't need anyone to tell me. I know I'm feeling good. I'm feeling complete. So one activity, everyone, once you go back home or even when you're in your room, just look at yourself in the mirror.
One more thing. Look at nature. This is one more. When you look at nature, because nowadays we are looking at only content. That goes to first question. But just one more thing to add, look at the nature. When you take the time out, you see that no two leaves are same, no two trees are same, not two rivers are same. Then we are part of nature, none of us are same. Why following the trends? Then you will understand. I think it comes to meditation, looking at yourself, and also look at the nature, look out, then you will understand it clearly that we are all unique. And we are all trendsetters too.
True. So guys, as Amulya said, it's all a strategy, okay? So you need to be mindful whatever you're following and whatever you want to purchase, okay? So the next issue is dating apps. Everybody are using it. Anciently, like even recently, till 2000s, my parents, they met in a family gathering, okay? People used to meet like in real life situations. But now we have social media, we have Instagram, Tinder, Bumble, lot of apps where we initially connect online. Then we'll see if this person is right for me or not. So how do we find a real connection in this fast-paced world? Like these apps are actually changing the dynamics of love and relationship, I feel. So please let me know your opinions.
Okay, let me start about this. So, yes, dating apps. So, what I say is, there are many people who met through dating apps. They are married, there are families, there are babies, they are having a happy life. And I know there is another version too. So, what I could say is, it's not about the app, it's about the persons who are using it. Or even I could say, it's not about the app or what you are doing with it. It starts with after you meeting the person, how you are taking it to next level. See, it can be dating app, it can be a arranged pelli choopullu, it can be a friend, it can be something else. But from there, what you are doing, that what's matter. So they change from one person to another person. They go on changing, they go on experiencing. But there would be some people who clearly know what is the direction, what do they need from the partner, and how they have to align themselves to their purpose. If they know it, I think they just find that person and then they will start it. If not, they will experience it. I don't say that dating app is wrong. It's a beautiful way to find somebody. But once you find them, how are you going to lead your life after that? That's how it matters. I think if somebody asks.
Yeah. So actually, as we earlier discussed about the social media and the content, it is also the similar way. So any technology, either it may be app or whatever it may be, social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. So everything is showing you some kind of path. That's it. It's about how we view that. If you view it as it's a waste of time, it's waste of time. Means if you start using it, you will waste it. So if you use it correctly, you can use it to the best. So it's just an example, like you have a knife, okay? You have a knife, you can cut vegetables, you can eat it, or you can kill a person, or you can kill yourself. You know, if you say this knife is bad, I don't accept. He is a foolish. It means that you don't know how to use that knife. Right? In the same way, technology is always the same. It's not bad and good is not there in the technology. It's always in the mind which is using that technology. So you can find your, as I said, information, how easily it is available today. In the same way, people are connecting more through these kind of things. But after that, what you are doing, how you are taking it up is...
Adding to your point, like my question is, see, these apps have made it easier. If some miscommunication is there, we chat, there is some misunderstanding, you break up. This is not working for me. And you choose another person, and then again another person. So it is so mentally draining for us. So that is, how do we handle that?
Why? Because we don't have clarity on that, what we want. So we don't have first what we want, we don't have clarity. And that's why we are searching in different places. If you have, see, I want to buy some fruits, okay? I want to buy mango. I keep going. In between, I see coconuts. If I go and buy that, it's a waste of time. So I should have clarity on what I am. So that's how I think, yeah.
Would you like to add something? Okay. So people have already figured out how to deal with breakups in a relationship, but how do we deal breakups in friendship? Friendships are, we feel it, they are everlasting, but eventually by time people will grow, people have priorities. So how do we deal with that?
I'd like to bring a concept of Patri sir. He spoke about friendship in two ways, conditional friendship and unconditional friendship. There are some friendships in which there are certain boundaries that you don't cross. And there are certain friendships in which there are no conditions, there are no boundaries. There is just you and them. That was the kind of friend that Patri sir has been for all of us. With mutual love, respect, trust, loyalty, joy, economy of resources, diligence. Like he would, I still remember we were going from one state to another state, and sir was doing this awesome thing, and I said, "Sir, you're so gangster." Sir turned around and he gave me a stern look and he said, "I'm a gentleman." You know, it was in that one thing where he showed there are certain, even in unconditional friendship, how do we treat another person? That's very, very important. He, of course, sends something else. So, like you said, some friendships don't continue, some friendships do continue. Not all friendships are meant to be for lifetimes. And usually, if those friendships are not lifetime, they're karmic, they are interactions which are bound to teach you something, they're interactions which enhance your experiences in life. That's for us to understand. But the most beautiful thing in a human relationship or human life is when you make friends, when you break a bread with someone or you have a laugh with someone that you can just be yourself with. When you are not in the process of self-discovery, when you're around people who can see you and accept you for who you are, it is truly magical. It really is magical. I mean, I don't know about love, but I think the most important thing that matters is having good friends around you. And if it's friendships that break, then they were never meant to happen. Because in a very cliched dialogue, if you love someone, you let them go. And if it's meant to be yours, it will definitely come back to you. So in friendships, every relationship, foundation should be friendship. If that is not there, your foundation is very shaky. You can't have a long-lasting relationship. And if friendship, it does not work out, then you need to see what is it that you can work on or what you can learn from in this situation. What this person has been for you in your life and what they've taught you. And at the end of the day, everything is an experience. Aaj hai, kal nahi hai, doesn't matter. She's my sister, doesn't matter. So what? Tomorrow she leaves her body, it doesn't matter, na? That friendship will be beyond our physical body as well. Those are the unconditional friendships, the true friendships. And those that don't last teach you something.
I would extend this to even relationships we have. So that is kind of what Patriji has taught. I've been in a lot of these friendships which have only been friendships because I was very clear on, again it comes to clarity. what I want in a situation. For example, in a partner, in a friendship. At the end of it all, like Alekhya mentioned, every single relationship starts with friendship. And my own marriage, being in the field of marriage now, has always been friendship. So that I'd also, like Patriji, the moment I heard from Patriji, there is nothing called love, I was like, yeah, that's finally the man who spoke it. I don't believe there's love. That's internally, really, that's what I really feel. There is no love. For me, there's only friendship. And friendship is lifelong. And that's what Patriji has been for all of us. He's been a true friend. And that's how I brought that in every relationship that I have. With my husband, for example. He's my true friend. That's it. There's no I love you sort of moments. And that's what even with Alekhya itself, she's my friend. We're friends in this path. She's not my sister. So that's why friendship is such an ultimate way of relationship between two people, because yes, it can be unconditional or conditional, but it's your choice. You're not bound by a relationship here. It's true freedom.
So adding to that, just very shortly, once I heard this thing, like when you are in a true friendship, you don't need to give any explanation to anyone, because a true friend already understands what you are. So if he is not a true friend, you don't need to give any explanation, because even if you give explanation, he anyhow doesn't understand. so friendship is something, it's, as you said, it's a base for any relationship. You can be friendship with your friend, with your husband, with your wife, with your kid, with your mother, father. So friendship is a very strong base. When you understand that truly, your relationship will cherish like anything. So that's what I just wanted to add.
Okay. So we'll have a quick rapid fire round now. So my first person I would like to ask is Nikhil. If success and failure had a debate, whose side would you take and why? You have only 5 seconds.
Failures.
Why?
It's not I take failures, but if it comes, I invite it, because more learnings will be there from failures. Because even in my life, it's more, I faced more failures and learned more things from failures. So that made me today.
What's one life hack you wish spirituality taught you sooner?
What? Sorry?
What's one life hack you wish spirituality taught you sooner?
To accept things. Yes.
Would you rather meditate in complete silence or with calm background music?
Silence.
Controlling your thoughts or managing deadlines? Which is
Controlling
difficult.
thoughts. Controlling thoughts is difficult, but I'll manage time. Because I know meditation, I can control.
You are a software engineer, I asked you this question. Coffee for energy or meditation for clarity?
Coffee for?
Coffee for energy or meditation for clarity?
I need both.
Next, Vaishu. What's one myth about spirituality?
It brings perfection.
If your mind were a canvas, what's the title of your masterpiece today?
Today. It's beautiful.
Would you rather do yoga in a crowded mall or give a TED Talks on spirituality? Or a TED Talk on spirituality?
Yoga.
If your thoughts had a playlist, what's the first song on it?
I like Urumulu Ni Navule song.
Okay.
Because Nikhil sang that.
So, between both, power nap or guided meditation?
Guided meditation. It is most powerful, right?
Okay, Amulya now. What's one spiritual word people use that you secretly don't understand?
Love.
Okay. If you could give your past self one spiritual meditation tip, what would it be?
Just let go.
If you have to pick one superpower to enhance your spiritual practice, what would it be? If you have to pick one superpower to enhance your spiritual practice, what would it be?
Silence.
If your inner peace could text you, what would its last message be? Don't run.
Just chill, just chill.
Define spirituality in one word.
truth.
Alekya, if mindfulness had a theme song, what would it be?
I don't listen to a lot of music which have words, so we'll skip that one.
What's one spiritual mantra you would sell as a product slogan?
Just be. Yeah, path to purpose. That's what I would say.
What's more challenging, staying calm in traffic or staying focused in meditation?
It depends on the situation, but I guess maybe staying focused in meditation.
If your life were a spiritual retreat, what would it be called?
Why am I getting all names? What would it be called? Celebration.
We'll get content, that is why we're asking.
Celebration.
What's your one go-to morning routine that gets spiritual retreat?
That gets?
That gets spiritually retreat.
I meditate. The first thing that I do is I meditate.
Okay.
I don't even brush my teeth or anything. I just sit and meditate.
Nice.
Thanks.
So that's all about today's panel discussion, guys. Thank you so much.
What a power-packed session it was. Please be here.
गणान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सेदसादनम् ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रवत् अग्निमीले पुरोहितैः यज्ञस्य देवमृत्विजम् होतारं रत्नधातमम् ॐ विषेत्वोर्चेत्वा वायवस्थोपायवस्थदेवो वः सविता प्रार्पयतु श्रेष्ठतमाय कर्मणे
ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి పొద్దున మెడిటేషన్ చేస్తుంటే ఏదో కొత్త వరల్డ్లో ఉన్నట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది. ఈ ప్లేస్లో ప్రతి కార్నర్లో ఎనర్జీ ఉన్నట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది. దెర్ ఇస్ సో మచ్ టు టేక్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ప్లేస్. నేను ప్యూర్లీ ఇవాళ స్టూడెంట్గానే వచ్చాను అండ్ ఐ స్టే స్టూడెంట్ ఫర్ మెనీ కమింగ్ ఇయర్స్. నేను ఈ స్టేజ్ మీద ఓన్లీ 2 things చెప్పడానికి వచ్చా. యాజ్ ఎ స్టూడెంట్ వాట్ ఐ ఫాలో, వన్ థింగ్ గ్రాటిట్యూడ్. గురువులకి మనకి నేర్పించే ప్రతి వాళ్ళకి నేను ఎవరైనా చిన్నపిల్లలు ఏమైనా నేర్పించినా వాళ్ళకి థ్యాంక్ యూ చెప్తాను. ఒకరు కొంచెం నీళ్ళు అందించినా థ్యాంక్ యూ చెప్తాను. అదొక సంతృప్తి. మనము చాలామంది మర్చిపోయారు అది చెప్పడం. అమ్మ వాళ్ళకి థ్యాంక్ యూ చెప్పాం, మమ్మీనే కదా అనేసి. బట్ ఇవాళ మొన్న యాక్చువల్గా చిన్న పాప వాళ్ళ మమ్మీకి థ్యాంక్ యూ చెప్తుంటే చూసి చాలా ఆనందం వేసింది. మనము అది చేస్తూ ఉండాలి. అమ్మ ఎంతైనా అమ్మ, కానీ థ్యాంక్ యూ చెప్పాల్సిందే. సెకండ్ థింగ్ బుక్ రీడింగ్ అండి. ఇవాళ మార్నింగ్ ఒక చిన్న క్లాస్లో చెప్తుండే బుక్ రీడింగ్ చేయండి. పత్రి సార్ కూడా చాలా ఎంకరేజ్ చేశారు అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద బెస్ట్ థింగ్స్ వన్ కెన్ డూ. చాలా జ్ఞానం ఉంది బుక్స్లో. నేను ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ చేశాను, అబద్ధం చెప్పను. ఈ ఇద్దరు మాస్టర్స్ వల్లనే నేను మెడిటేషన్ అండ్ బుక్ రీడింగ్కి ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ అయ్యా. బుక్ రీడింగ్ అండ్ షోయింగ్ గ్రాటిట్యూడ్ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద బెస్ట్ థింగ్స్ ఎనీబడీ కెన్ టేక్. దానికి మెడిటేషన్కి సంబంధం ఉంది లేదు కూడా. మెడిటేషన్ చేయడానికి ఇవి రెండు చాలా చాలా అవసరం, ఒక మనిషిగా ఉండడానికి కూడా చాలా అవసరం. సో ప్లీజ్ రీడ్ యాజ్ మెనీ బుక్స్ యాజ్ పాసిబుల్ అండ్ బీ గ్రేట్ఫుల్ ఫర్ వాట్ యూ గెట్ ఇన్ యువర్ లైఫ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ గివింగ్ దిస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ అండి.
ఈ మధ్య మీరు న్యూస్ ఏది చూసినా మీరు వార్స్ గురించి అన్నీ వింటూనే ఉంటున్నారు. రష్యా యుక్రెయిన్ వార్, సిరియా లిబ్ వార్, ఇంకా వీని అన్నిటికీ సొల్యూషన్ నేను చెప్తున్నాను కాదు, స్వామి వివేకానంద ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ నాకు. ఆయన ఆల్రెడీ ప్రిడిక్ట్ చేశారు 500 years తర్వాత వరల్డ్ దగ్గర సొల్యూషన్ ఉండదు, వాళ్ళందరూ ఇండియా వైపు చూస్తారు సొల్యూషన్కి. వాట్ ఈస్ ద సొల్యూషన్ ఫర్ దిస్ వార్స్ అనేది వస్తూనే ఉంటాయి, అవి ఎప్పటికి కావవు. కానీ ఇండియా దగ్గర ఆ సొల్యూషన్ ఉంది. ఆ సొల్యూషన్ ఈజ్ మెడిటేషన్. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఇండియా రిప్రజెంట్స్. మేము కెనడా నుంచి వచ్చాము, అమెరికా నుంచి వచ్చాము. ఒక ఇండియా అంటే మల్టిపుల్ ఇమేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి, కానీ ఒక ఇమేజ్ మాత్రం అందరికీ ఉన్నది. ఇండియా స్టాండ్స్ ఫర్ స్పిరిచువాలిటీ. మన హిమాలయాస్, మన మెడిటేషన్, యోగా అంటే ఇండియా అంటారు. సో మనం అందరం చేస్తున్న మెడిటేషన్ అది అక్కడ వరకు రీచ్ అవుతుంది. అక్కడ వాళ్ళు ఫాలో అవ్వడం స్టార్ట్ చేశారు అంటే మన పవర్ ఎంత ఎక్కువ అనేది నేను అక్కడికి వెళ్ళాక రియలైజ్ అయ్యాను. ఇక్కడ మనము అందరూ చేస్తున్నారు అంటే ఒక కామన్ థింగ్ అనిపిస్తుంది, కానీ ఆ విషయం అక్కడ కూడా వాళ్ళు మనల్ని చూసి నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు అంటే మన ఇంపాక్ట్ చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉంది. మనం ఇలానే మెడిటేషన్ చేస్తూ షేర్ చేస్తూ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ ఉంటే వాళ్ళే మన దగ్గరకు వచ్చి మన సొల్యూషన్స్ని వాళ్ళు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తారు. సో ఎస్, మెడిటేషన్ ఈజ్ ద సొల్యూషన్ ఫర్ ద వరల్డ్ పీస్. అండ్ ప్లీజ్ కంటిన్యూ డూయింగ్ మెడిటేషన్ బికాజ్ ఇట్ రిక్వైర్స్ ట్రెమెండస్ డిసిప్లిన్ లేకుండా ఏమీ అచీవ్ చేయలేము. ఇంకా మెడిటేషన్ ఒక డిసిప్లిన్ మీరు మిగతా పార్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ లైఫ్లో వచ్చేస్తుంది, ఆటోమేటిక్గా వస్తుంది. మీరు మెడిటేషన్ ఒక డిసిప్లిన్తో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే మిగతా ఏరియాస్, మిగతా లైఫ్ స్టైల్లో కూడా డిసిప్లిన్ ఆటోమేటిక్గా వస్తుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఎ స్టార్టింగ్ పాయింట్ అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ ది ఓన్లీ వే we all can live happily in this world.
పత్రిజీ గారి దగ్గర, మన ఫ్రెండ్ అనిల దగ్గర ఎప్పుడైతే ధ్యానం మొదలుపెట్టానో అప్పటి నుండి జీవితం చాలా అద్భుతంగా మారింది. సో ఈ ధ్యానాన్ని ఎలాగైనా యుఎస్లో కూడా స్ప్రెడ్ చేయాలి అన్న ఆశతో మేము కూడా అక్కడ చాలా బాగా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మేము ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే మెగా ధ్యాన మహాచక్రాలు అవుతున్నాయో అక్కడ మినీగా ధ్యాన మహాచక్రాలు మొదలుపెట్టాము. లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ వచ్చేసి మేము 7 స్టేట్స్లో తిరిగి ఇలాంటిదే చేశాము. అలాగే ఒకటి మెగా మెడిటేషన్ సమ్మిట్ కూడా చేసుకోవడం జరిగింది ర్యాలీలో. సో ఇక్కడ నుండి ఎంతోమంది సీనియర్ మాస్టర్స్ రావడం, అక్కడ ధ్యానము వాళ్ళ సందేశం ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది చాలా అద్భుతంగా. సో ఈరోజు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి ఈ స్టేజ్ మీద కూర్చోవడం అనేది నిజంగా అదృష్టం. ఇదంతా కూడా పత్రిజీ యొక్క ప్లానింగే. ధ్యానం అంటారు కదా, కంపల్సరీ అందరూ చేయాల్సిందే. మనకు ధ్యానం వల్లనే జ్ఞానం వస్తుంది. సో ఆ జ్ఞానం మనకుంటే మనం జీవితం ఎలా గడపాలో మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. అది ఇండియా అయినా, అమెరికా అయినా, లండన్ అయినా, ఎక్కడైనా కానీ ఆ జ్ఞానంతో ఉంటేనే మనకు వినయం అనేది వస్తుంది. మనం ఎక్కడ ఎప్పుడు ఎలా ఉండాలి, ఎలా మాట్లాడాలి, ఏం ఆలోచించాలి అనేది తెలుస్తుంది. మాస్టర్స్ ఎంత ధ్యానం చేస్తే అంత మన మీద ప్రేమ పెరుగుతుంది. ఎంత మన మీద ప్రేమ పెరిగితే మనకు అందరి పట్ల ప్రేమ పెరుగుతుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం అందరి పట్ల ప్రేమ పెంచుకుంటామో అప్పుడు మనం రియలైజ్ అవుతాము మనం అందరము ఒకటే అనేసి. మనము మన కోసం, అందరిలో ఉన్న మన కోసం వర్క్ చేసుకుందాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ మై డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్.